Hello everybody. Today we're going to finish up the Monte Carlo. Only thing left to do is a power steering line. Can't get one today, so it's low pressure, so I'm going to use some JB Weld on it. Can't help it. Get me some towels ready to go. It's going to take about an hour for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get me some sandpaper. I'm going to hit it with the power steering line with some sandpaper. I got me a towel. Soak it with some bright clean. Hopefully it's done dripping. I believe it is. I looked at it. I didn't see any more coming out of it. So I'll go ahead and get that prepared. Really didn't want this. I've not really used a steel stick, but it should be just fine. I really wanted the quick set. The way it'd be, put it on there and the hell, it's done, it's ready. So we're gonna go with this. Just climb underneath there, get it on real quick, and I'll be right back. Hold what you got. Here we go. Just gonna use some of this 80 grit. It should hold on there pretty good. Find me some brake clean towel. I dread getting under there, it's so oily. I'll tell you what, got a little bit of carpet cleaner left. I'll use that. All right, hold what you got. I'm ready to get this thing on the road. According to the instructions, wear gloves. This is gonna work. This isn't a permanent fix, but man, I want to drive this thing. I've been under there. I took me a rag, towel with some brake clean on it, wiped it off, took some sandpaper to it, roughed it up, which it says in the instructions to do. Now I'm going to cut me a piece off big enough. Here's what it looks like before you mess with it. I'm going to use an extra big piece because I'm going to take that stuff on all the way around to downtown. Need it in your fingers. It's black on the inside and gray on the out. You got to make sure you get it all mixed together. I wonder how we did stuff with this like this before they had these gloves. It's hard to do. Okay. About don't see any gray. You hear those dogs? Oh my God. I'll take you to meet them. Sammy and JR. JR is Buck's brother. If you remember Buck Owens. My dog. My boy. Alright. I think I'm ready to go. I'm going to wipe it off one more time in case any oil got to it. I'll take me a paper towel along with just brake clean. I'm going to take this glove off though. Alright, you guys hold on, I'll let you know how it goes. Full disclosure, people, I did not do a good job on the first try. I needed it way too long. You gotta be careful, you know. Well, I'll be dipped. You gotta be careful. You can go too long. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm not gonna wear gloves this time. Wow, that end is hard. Cut that off. There we go. I'm not gonna do as big a piece either. You make sure your hands are clean though. You shouldn't have any oil or grease on them. So I've been wearing gloves. That should be okay. It is kind of dry. I really would have rather had the liquid stuff that you can mix together. It's kind of in a confined space right there. You know, it's two lines running right parallel. There's only like an inch between them. All right, we'll go try this. Can's about empty. Hold what you got. I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna leave that sit there for about 5-10 minutes. I don't know though. I don't have high hopes. It didn't seem like it wanted to stick too well. I roughed that, I scuffed that pipe up good. I don't know. Hopefully it sits there and dries. Maybe it'll cure. Put another layer on it maybe. But it's not sticking too good. I'm gonna go make you guys sit here and stare at me while that sits. I'm gonna pause you a moment. All right, full disclosure. First attempt was unsuccessful. But I think I have a plan. Use some of this 1-minute gasket stuff. And I'm just gonna smear a little bit where the hole is. And since there's not much pressure, I think it'll go ahead and stop it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and knead me up a little more of that steel stick. And I'm gonna see if that works. Hold what you got, be right back. Right, I put my gasket maker on there. It's been on there about 2 minutes. I'll go back under there and check it real quick, and then when I come out, I'm gonna put this knead me up some more steel stick and go over top of it. Half of it I got all the way around. It's so hard. They're right together. You can't even get your fingers in there, and it's not sticking to the line very well. I'm hoping that this gasket maker I put on there will help it stick, but I just looked under there and I don't see any fluid dripping out of it. So I let that gasket maker cure up a little bit. It's the 1-minute great stuff, so when it says a minute, it means a minute. But I'll give it a couple extra just to let it set up some. Then I'll go ahead and hit it with this steel stick. Man, if this works, we're freaking hitting the road, brothers and sisters. All right, I'm gonna go back under there and check it now. Hold what you got. All right, just went and checked it. It's still a little gooey to the touch, so I guess I'm gonna have to give it a more than minutes. It's gonna take multiple minutes. I think while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go in the house here, measure my mom-in-law's floor. She had a water leak. I had to go tear the wall out, tear the floor up. It rent her floor. It's one of them water leaks you don't know that you got until the floor's rotted out. she's pretty anxious to get that done. So I'm gonna go inside and mess with that, and then I'll come back out and check this in about 15-20 minutes and see where we're at. Hold what you got. All right, I'm back. I just checked it. Still just a little soft. So I'm gonna give it about another 10 minutes. And then we're gonna go in with this shit. And it's gonna work because I don't see any oil coming out of it. We'll just take a little bit of this and just cover it. And make sure it doesn't fall off. Just see how we're just sealing in the gasket maker. Just a little reinforcement. Hell, I could probably use a little piece of rubber hose and a couple of clamps. There's no way to get the rubber hose on it without cutting it. All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna check it out, and then I'll be back. Hold what you got. Okay, I've had it sitting in there for about, I say about 20 minutes now. It's still soft to the touch, but it doesn't come off on my fingers, so I'm just gonna let it sit there for about another 10-15 minutes. I went out to brother-in-law's truck, to Colorado, if you remember that, a few videos ago, where it had rodent damage in the spot. I swear to God, I put my little camera on a stick down through there, and I didn't see anything. And then I did it a week or two later, and I saw some obvious damage. So I pulled the BCM out, opened it up. It was all green and crusty, so he got me another one of those. Installed it, fixed the wires, and then I screwed up and started watching YouTube videos because it had multiple codes. And one of them was a 1682, which, relates to the fuse boxes. In 04, GM had a problem with their fuse boxes going bad. So I tore the fuse box out, continuity tested every wire. It did have 2 bent prongs, but that could have been for me. Anyway, I put it back together, still wouldn't start. So, and I couldn't do the 30-minute programming thing. I talked about this before, but I just want to go over it again while it's on my mind. And I did try to do 30-minute programming, and the first 10 minutes the light would blink, but then it would go out, and I'd try to start it and it wouldn't start, and then, it'd just be solid. So I was going to put a resistor in it, because I guess you can cut a wire and then you won't have to worry about it anymore. But they said the truck has to be running to do that. Otherwise, it's not going to start after you cut the wire. But if it's running when you do it, it'll start and turn off and start and turn off every time. So I went from the key sensor and followed the wiring down to a connector. It's the main connector where all the wiring comes from, the steering wheel, your airbag, all that good stuff. And I looked at that connector and it was rusty, had it was all brown and looked like water had been dripping on it or something, and just nasty. Hole and everything that's metal under that dash is rusty. And it's weird. It must have be able to get water in through one of the grommets or something. But I took that connector apart and I inspected it, and I noticed that there was a wire that was extra corroded. So I took it, cleaned it. I used a nylon brush instead of a wire brush. Just took me some contact cleaner and that nylon brush and cleaned everything up, put it back together. I did the first 10 minutes of the programming of it blinking, turned it off for 10 seconds, turned it back on, and it started blinking again. I said, oh, well, this is different. And I went through the other two 10-minute processes, and it started up, man. Scared the shit out of me. I was not ready for it to start. But yeah, what got that started is I went out there to his truck. He's a change saver. So what I'm going to do is, he saves his change. So what I'm going to do is, once I get this power steering line done, I'm taking the old boy down to the car wash. Some people call their vehicles girls. I call mine boys because they're hardly any trouble. Except for that damn truck. That's probably a chick. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely spray under that hood too. I'm gonna take me some. He's got some gunk over there. I'm gonna take it with me. Spray the crap out of it. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes down the road too. So I'm gonna keep this part of the video kind of short. That way we get about 10 minutes of drive time. Okay, hold what you got. All right. Been a good half hour. It's still a little gooey to the touch, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put some gloves on, neat this stuff up. I'll bring you back when I get done. I'll show you the results. All right, hold what you got. Okay. I'm gonna take you under here and show you what I got. Hopefully I can do it without touching the wrong button. You shall not pass, Jack Stan said. Here it is. It was a pretty tiny leak, so I think it'll do it. Let that get... It's about set up already. Yeah, this is another thing I did. I think my video got cut off. I loomed all these wires down here. Tucked them into this heat shield. Which they don't appear to want to stay, but I think, well, probably just for me messing around under here. But yeah, look how dirty this thing is. No rust. No rust, not even any. Rockers are good, floors are good. Oh man, this car is nice. I'd just get a few things fixed on it. Man, this car would be set up. Maybe shim this starter. Test drive this thing. We'll stop at the parts house, see if we can't find shims for it. Yeah, we're about ready to go. This is just what I'm using to do the power, pump all the air out of the power steering system. Get this done, be on the road. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys back up here. Stay. I get out of the way, you can see that beautiful car. Heck yeah. Alright, hold what you got. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. I just checked it. Looks like it's pretty cured. I'm gonna let it down. Clear out from under it. I'm gonna start it. We're gonna see if it leaks. First thing I'm gonna do though is check the fluid level. I think we're gonna be good. All right, hold on, let me get prepared. All right, I'm back. Show you something. Right there, see the vacuum gauge? Boom, it's holding. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I don't hear it boiling. I think we're good. Now, of course, we're gonna go ahead and get another hose for it, but just for right now, I think I'm gonna go with it. Yeah. Well, that was a struggle. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys back up here. I'm gonna start buttoning up. I'm gonna button up a little bit. Let's hold what you got. All right, I'm back for just a minute. I bled the power steering again, you know, wheel to wheel, lock to lock. Set it down on the ground. So, well, the wheels are looking funny. So one's pointing out, one's going this way, another one's going this way. So I brought the fronts in a little bit. So that's what I've been doing. But I think I got it good now. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together. I know I'm taking this to the extreme, but I'm gonna use new cotter pins again because I had to move the tie rod ends out. So just to be safe, better be safe than in a ditch somewhere, nobody around. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Find a couple that match. All right, hold what you got. I'm gonna put it together and then we're gonna see what happens. Hold up. All right, everybody, I'm back. I do believe we got us a going to town rig. It's not perfect by any means, just kind of patched it up. Give me some time and a few parts though. We can make this thing beautiful. Cocky Rocky, you're ruining my video worse than I am. All right, I'm gonna get a few things straightened up. I believe I'm gonna pull it out here. One thing I did do, I was talking yesterday that the front tires looked like they were pointing the wrong direction, so I think I got those pretty good now. I believe we'll be able to get to the front end alignment shop pretty good. Hold on a second, let me get cleaned up and I'll be back. Hold what you got. All right, I'm back. We're going to town. Although I don't know, it might be the brake rotors. That don't sound good. Can you all hear that? This thing even I don't even think it ain't shifting. Man, this sucks. Something is not right. Something is not right. Okay. Alright, shifted that time. Maybe it's low on fluid. Alright, downshifted. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound good at all. Not hear that noise. I mean, she cruises. Okay, there's low. Alright, we'll pull it out on the highway. Just put it in drive, see what it does. I don't like that roar. Import window, got a switch problem. Huh. One thing too, the steering wheel's not returning. Remember I told you this rack had a half turn more than the other one. Okay, it shifted. Passing gear works. Somebody got him a race car. Looks like a little Cavalier. Watch Auto Auction Rebuilds. He got him one of those little Z24s. I had one. Except mine was a 5-speed with 3.1. Man, that thing was sharp. The body was sharp. Back then, I didn't know how to work on cars, really, especially not fuel injected. No, that would, yeah, it might have been the first fuel injected car I've had. That this thing will shit and get. But it's got a roar. Maybe that's the tires. I better get home. I don't like the way this front end is. You like the country? It's nice out here, huh? I think she's getting better, but she's got to get to the front end alignment shop. Yeah, I think that roar's coming off them big old tires on this thing. I think he's got all new bearings and hubs all the way through it. I'm not 100% sure. Could be an axle shaft. Traction control on. Okay, I'm gonna pause you while well, no, I'm not. Nephew. Alright. Here's my Blazer 5-speed. Here's the other Monte Carlo. There's my S10. I'll start working on that pretty soon. I'm gonna put that I got a 350 down there in my 86. I'm gonna pull it out. It's a good motor, and I'm thinking about putting that in that S10. I think it'd drop right in there and be nice. It's a Vortec motor. It came out of a 92 box van. Yeah, I think that's the motor I want to put in there. I want to put it back fuel injected. It's got a carburetor on it right now. Since that S10's already set up for fuel injection, it's 93. It's still in pretty good shape. Did I take the battery out? I can't remember. Oh yeah, all factory. Look at this headliner, so y'all can see it. Oh, it's perfect. Found it in the damn junkyard. So yeah, I'll take that. It won't be long I'll work on this bad boy. Need some gas. Been sitting a couple years. It's a good one though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Parts for my ton truck. Got a 92 C3500. But yeah, hell man, I got this off a buddy of mine. He's gone now. His liver gave out on him. Yeah, it won't be long. Be working on this. I think that blazer down there, I'm gonna leave it a 4.3, but I want to put a modern 4.3 in it and build it a little bit to where, you know, get rid of the DOD and just, I'd like to put a small turbocharger on it. I'm gonna lower it too. That son of a bitch sits way high. Got junk everywhere. All right, I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna take a thumbnail. I think I'll use the S10. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end the video. I'll let you know what happens with this on my future vids. Yeah, see, there's the tire. It might be turned out a little bit. There's a little bit of heat in them. A little bit. Just check out this other side. Okay, well, this is Leonard checking out. I appreciate you guys watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'm only gonna get better at this. But yeah, if you would consider liking, subscribing, all that good stuff, I'd appreciate it. And I promise I'll get better in the future on these things. More practice I get, the better I get. But thank you all for watching. Won't be long. I'll have another one for you. All right. Leonard out. That's Lenny Bo out.